only 3 weeks now since we lost Matthew Perry, of course. Can you believe it's already 3 weeks and now his co-stars have opened up about losing their great friend?
Yeah, let's bring in Night Entertainment editor Richard Wilkins. Dickie, so they did the group sort of tribute, but now we're seeing them do their own solo tribute.
Yeah, 100% correct. Here's such a sense of shock and disbelief when Matthew passed away nearly 3 weeks. As you say, yeah, they remained silent initially, his friends, colleagues, while they were obviously collecting their thoughts and dealing with their own grief. As you said, David, they did release a group statement saying we're all so utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. There is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. Well, this morning they are starting to speak out on their own. Matt LeBlanc, a.k.a. Joey, has said, "It's with a heavy heart I say goodbye. The times we had together are honestly among the favourite times of my life. I will always smile when I think of you, and I'll never forget you, never. And I guess you're keeping the $20 you owe me." A moment of levity at the end. Courtney Cox, who played Monica, shared these words not so long ago. "I'm so grateful for every moment I had with you, Maddie, and I miss you every day. When you work with someone as closely as I did with Matthew, there are thousands of moments I wish I could share." Well, she has shared one of those moments, an outtake that never made it to air. Have a look at this.
Morning, Ross. I'm getting married today. Yeah, you are.
Do you think you know I was here? Okay, your turn. No, beginning.
Okay, Hollywood's biggest actors, Dickie, are back on the red carpet now. The strikes are over, thank goodness.
It is back to work. Not only are they allowed to go to work to make movies, but they can promote them as well, which is great. Yeah, the red carpet in Los Angeles was rolled out for the premiere of the Hunger Games prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It was a star-studded affair at the famous Chinese theatre. Rachel Zegler there with Viola Davis and Peter Dinklage, as was pop star Olivia Rodrigo, whose song Can't Catch Me Now features in the film, which opens in cinemas November the 16th. We are looking forward to that. Also there, the Kid Laroi, who just yesterday announced his first Australian stadium tour, big deal, and is up for Arias tonight. We wish him well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of Arias, it is the day, Dickie. How's everyone feeling about it? What should we be looking forward to?
We should be looking forward to a celebration of Australian music.
Yep.
The awards are great, and it's always nice for artists to be rewarded. But, it really is a celebration. It's an all-Australian lineup today. It's hosted by Brooke and Tommy Little, who'll be terrific, happening at Sydney's Hordern Pavilion. It's an early one for the kids out there today. Some big names are presenting, including Dolly Parton and Troye Sivan. I don't think Dolly's going to be there. She'll be on tape or something like that, or whatever it is these days. Genesis Owusu leads nominations up for 7 awards today, including Best Album. He's up against Matt Corby, the Teskey Brothers, DMAs, and G-Flip. G-Flip with 6 nominations, including Best Indie Release.
Come on, G.
And is part of the all-Australian lineup performing tonight. 10 artists fighting it out for Song of the Year, including Budgerah, who's up for 5 awards. I am a massive Budgerah fan. That voice is just incredible. Kylie up for 4 awards today. The red carpet kicks off at 1:30 Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and live on YouTube and Stan, and then tonight on 9. It is it's Arias Day. Plenty of Arias around.
It's always a great night.
Check it out.
All right, Dickie, you've had a big 24 hours catching up with one of the biggest rockers in the world.
Robbie Williams, yes, he's back in Australia, which is a cause for celebration in itself. He kicks off his Australian tour tomorrow night in Sydney at Allianz Stadium in Moore Park. Look, he's also the star of this Netflix documentary series we've been talking about, of course. Raw, revealing, honest and open. Robbie observed, looking at himself, looking at the highlights. He spent his whole career with a camera in his face, pretty much. And it's #1 on Netflix at the moment. Everyone's looking at
It's
this
compelling.
thing.
It's so interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's had quite an impact on him as well, as he told us yesterday.
As cheesy as this may sound, I genuinely mean it. I feel as though I've been seen. I feel as though I've been part of my own narrative.
Well, he has, hasn't he? It's interesting observing him at close quarters during the press conference. He's very aware that every word that he says, is going to be seized on by the media, either here or in Britain or both. And he's guarded.
Do you feel like he's guarded now?
He is a bit guarded, but he's also hilarious.
Well, he gave it back to someone who asked him something very personal yesterday.
Which we can't talk about at this time, but he was quizzed on his sex life and threw it back on me.
More fool that person thinking that Robbie wasn't going to give it back.
No, that was a fun
Robbie is very, very sharp. All right, Dickie, good to see
Dickie.
you.
Now, Australian music's biggest night of the year is here, guys, with an all-star lineup of local and international nominees, and our very own Brooke Boney is sharing hosting duties tonight with Tommy Little.
Hi, Brookie.
Hi, guys. Guess what? I had a sleep in. It was lovely.
Oh, whatever.
Lucky for some.
Tell us, Brookie, it's going to be all about the swings and roundabouts tonight. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. So I hung out with Tommy yesterday for the first time. And, you're always a little bit worried. Is it going to be like a wild card situation, like working with Carlos? Or is it going to be nice and relaxed, very chill, like working with Vera? He's really funny. He was so funny that we hardly even got any of the rehearsals done. So, we'll see what happens tonight.
Oh, it's going to be loose. I like the sound of that, Brookie.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be very fun.
Okay, you've got some big guests coming in too, which is going to be riveted to stand tonight. Tell us what's happening.
So Troye Sivan was there yesterday. I got to see the It Boy in real life as I live and breathe. At first, I thought it was Timothy Chalamet from behind. When I first I walked over and I was like, what's Timothy Chalamet doing here? This is Australian music industry. But it was Troye Sivan and he was beautiful. We have, of course, a guest appearance from Dolly Parton, which is super exciting. Genesis Owusu. He is one of the most incredible artists that I think that we've got coming out of the country at the moment. He's he's from like Queanbeyan or Canberra or something like that, and he just plays the most incredible music. I think he played on like a bunch of the late night shows, and now he's in London doing a bunch of really cool stuff. So he's leading the nominations. I think he's got 7. But everyone's going to be there. It's going to be fun. Don't worry.
Well,
I'll have plenty of fun.
You are the host with the most, and make sure you tune in tomorrow morning and see if Brooke makes it back to.
I'm not making any promises. I'm not even
I get it. We get it. And you can watch the host with the most, our Brookie, at the Arias Awards live on Stan today from 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time with a special broadcast on 9 and 9 now at 7:30. We love you, darling. Break a leg.
Love you guys. Maybe I'll see you on Friday. See how big the day is.
We'll be watching.
I'll be taking the rest of the week off.
You would too.
Well, good morning. Well, it is the morning before the night before Arias Day, always a day to celebrate when we look at the class of 2023 in Australian music. But before we get there, we have a very special heartfelt tribute that's come from Matt LeBlanc for his friend's co-star. He says, "It is with a heavy heart that I say goodbye. The times we had together are honestly among the favourite times of my life. I will always smile when I think of you, and I'll never forget you, never." And I guess you're keeping the $20 you owe me. That is a lovely tribute to Matthew Perry.